When I read the one thing, I was pretty much had the same idea. It really talked about, I mean, I used to think I was a great multitasker, and I learned that I was just a very, very effective task switcher. And I started to realize that if I was looking at one thing, just one thing that I could do with the time I had for this business that would create movement, what would it be? And it was becoming an expert in inviting. It was really learning the critical skill of inviting. And so what I'd like to do tonight, and what my hope is that by giving you a few more details, everyone on this call will feel like they can go out, they can do this, they can leverage the team and tools, and while they're learning to become an expert in inviting, they can create their own business and their own growth. So the invitation creates the movement. And think about the invite. We invite to have a drink. Gifting is an invite. We invite to look at a video, to be into the secret group, to look at a landing page, to go to a Zoom, to go to a meeting, to go to a big event. There is nothing that creates movement that isn't about an invite. So way that you can increase your odds of success, and I'm sure you've heard that this is a sales business, it's a business of numbers, it's a game of numbers, and that's true. If I go out and I pass out 500 gift cards, my chances are pretty darn good that I'm going to get some movement in that, right? But you can also leverage the teams and the tools, and that's going to increase your success. And maybe instead of having 1 out of 10 join you, maybe 8 out of 10 join you, because you're leveraging these different teams and tools. So as we move into looking at some of the teams and tools, I want to talk a little more about Secret Group. And that is because I want you to understand that Secret Group is a container. It used to be we went out and we gave out gifts, and if somebody didn't immediately sign up, we kind of lost track of them, right? We would go out and pass out. We didn't remember who we gifted sometimes if we were ignorant on fire. But we could come back, and now we can put them, whether they choose to enroll. If they choose to enroll right away, great, sign them up. Put them in the secret group, because that's where you're going to get retention, you're going to give them education, and you're going to give them a sense of this community and support they have in Univera. If you go out and you somebody and you drink with them and you've shared the landing page and they're just not quite ready yet, put them in the secret group, because now they're attached to you. Once they're in, they're connected to you. They also are going to get dripped on. It's a 24/7 drip campaign. It keeps you and it keeps health at the top of mind. So when the timing is right for them, or when you go back to them, you've created multiple exposures, all right? So this is a really big piece. Everything we do is about retention, education, community. I love this community. You all are so helpful to me in how you love on my people, how you support them. I mean, the yellows are awesome, you guys, and the blues are just loving all over them. And believe me, as red as I am, I need all the help I can get from you guys. So it's been a great tool. But I do realize that the technical piece has been difficult for some people. And understand, when we started this in the middle of September, it was very easy to put people into groups. And a lot of companies that started this before us got a lot of bigger numbers than us, and it's because you could simply add somebody to a group. They didn't have to accept your invitation. They now have it as an invite button. You can see that circled in red. And I will tell you, the easiest way to invite is probably from your phone. You can do it from the computer, you can do it from an iPad, but the phone is the easiest place to invite. So where it's circled there, you go in and you click that button. I want you to see the button at the bottom that I've circled. That's your notifications. That is where people are going to look to find the place where they were invited to the group. So if we go to the next slide, we want to know that we want to talk about, once you've invited them, you have to communicate with them. You have to ask them to join the group. And when you're communicating to them, it isn't about you. It's about how do they communicate. If I have a millennial I'm working with, or a very shy person, they may never pick up the phone to talk to me, even though I know talking to them is face-to-face or on the phone is better than a text message. they may answer me in a text message, which will help me to progress to getting that face-to-face with them. So I'm going to meet them where they are. If there's somebody who's on Facebook all the time, I have people that if I message them in Facebook, they answer me immediately. But if I send them any other form of communication, I hear crickets. So you really want to make sure that when you're communicating, you're taking into account how the person that you're talking to communicates best, and that's where you meet them. So let's go to the next slide. Pending invitations. We have hundreds of pending invitations in the group. And so I want to walk through how you can find your pending invitation to somebody you've invited to the group and what you can do about getting them to join. So when you go onto the front of your phone, you're going to see all these little circles of members of the group. All you have to do is click on any member of that group and it will take you to the slide you see to the side there. And the slide you see to the side there, let me make this stuff small, is you see circled there, invited. When you click on that button, you can then search in the invited group. And I believe we have another slide potentially following this. There you go. There's your search. Type in their name. Once they pop up, click on their name and then go and you're going to see next to it where it says view profile, send reminder, cancel invite. You want to resend that reminder, but don't do this unless you're going to take the time to reach out to them. And if you sent a messenger message to them and they didn't respond, then you need to send a message to them in a different way. Perhaps you text message with them on a regular basis, or you might need to make that phone call to say, hey, I joined you and here's why you're going to love this group. Would you please join my group? So if we go to the next one, oh, and you can also cancel the invite. Let me just say that if you've, Facebook will now not let you send more than one extra reminder. So you get 2 invitations sent out to them. Once you've done that, you're going to have to cancel the invite and re-invite them again if they still don't answer and you're just, you know, dug in there and going to make sure they join. So the next one, let's go to. Okay, so a lot of times too, what many of us have heard is we've heard, I don't know what to say. So I'm going to leave this one up for a while we're chatting because maybe you want to take a screenshot of it just for an idea. You'll see there that there's a link, healthforgoodfb.com. Marlena was nice enough to create links into the Health for Good Facebook group and into the Make a Difference Facebook group that will take your person, when they click that link, directly to the group where all they have to do is click the join button. So whether you're texting or whether you're doing it in an email or whether you're doing it in a Facebook Messenger, you want to make sure that you include this link, healthforgoodfb.com or Make a Difference fb.com, in there so that they can go straight to that group, click on join and get into the group, and then you can start your process. So when you're inviting, you want to make sure that you're talking to them about what's going to benefit them. Let them know how it's a private group. Let them know how wonderful this community is and all the different benefits they're going to have to joining our community. So that's kind of the technical piece. I just really hope that that helps a lot of people to potentially maybe step out a little further, maybe go back and send some more invites out, because the more invitations you get out in your business, the more you're going to create movement and the more success you're going to have.